the Happy Hour Podcast with your host, Joel Fleischman.
Hello, welcome to the Joel Fleischman, episode number 22 already. Happy Hour, the Chris Middleton podcast. Happy Hour Podcast. Cash money. Here we have two of my friends, Jason Vanderkin, Ryan Walsh. Tell them what you do, where you work.
I'm the head dispatcher, lead dispatcher up at our Q location.
Same job title in Campbellsport Yard.
So, Dispatcher Podcast. Let's bring it together. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
What are we drinking today?
What do you got here? This is a little bit of old Hello Milwaukee.
American Lager beer. What company is it made from?
I don't know, but it's pretty
Milwaukee
good.
Craft beer. I like lagers.
Pretty good.
I got this from a good friend of mine named Dar Derby, who is Materna's Services. And I coach with him. He gave me this for coaching.
Sounds like Arvidas Sabonis.
It's got to be MKE or something, right? Why doesn't it say where it's from? It's annoying.
Indeed Brewing Company.
Out of Milwaukee, I assume. I hope. Weird if it's not.
Sure.
It's good, man. It's really good.
Enjoy it.
It's a little lighter.
It's got some cream to it, though.
I enjoy that.
It's got some creamy flavor.
It's better than the Busch lattes you've been having.
Man, time's been tough. COVID, right?
Yeah, COVID, yeah.
All right, well,
right.
it's, I think for you guys, especially because you guys are kind of legacy guys, when did you start? How do we know each other? What's the backstory? So, Ryan, you go first.
Me first. Okay. Well, I got hired by EB.
What year?
2012 or
2012, okay.
2012 or 13.
Right, okay.
You
still feel like a newbie to me.
I know. I guess that's.
So it's
not
almost
that
10
long ago.
years.
It seems like so long ago, like a different lifetime ago, to be honest with you. Got hired to be a driver in the Campbellsport Yard, and kind of hit it off with EB and guys like Butch, and we had guys like Joe Rettler in the yard back then. And
What were you doing? What were you doing before that? I don't even know.
Well, I was.
Weren't you landscaping or
college
something?
graduate with unemployed, but I was actually painting houses.
That's again, we talk about sometimes Joel being different. Joel was not in a calm, relaxed Joel way when you got hired. It took me a long time to meet you and to know your name.
Yeah.
You got hired around the time of Aaron.
Yes.
And I could
Aaron
not tell.
Me and Aaron were like right around the same time.
I couldn't tell the difference. I mean,
Yeah.
it was like a long time. Like I didn't get to know people on a real level. Like I was just always busy.
Yeah,
busy. Does that make sense? Did you know that about me?
Absolutely. I mean, back then it was like
That was a different world.
it was super. I don't want to like offend you, but you were an intimidating type of person back then, and Albert was around all the time, and man, it was so different in Campbellsport, and I mean, just thinking about the tiny little lunchroom we had for all those guys.
No, I was super intimidating.
Oh,
I didn't care.
You didn't mince
Like,
words.
we needed to get
you
shit
still,
done.
You still don't mince words, but especially back then, you were not.
I don't think I had the love component with it. I think I thought I did, but I
That
didn't.
is true.
That's a good point.
I didn't
Yeah.
realize how intense I was. Like I just thought everybody was that fired up, or I needed everybody to get that fired up, and I didn't realize that came across the
No,
wrong
but
way.
I think that's a good thing. Like, obviously, you still do, but you took it very seriously back then, and you wanted us to understand what we were getting involved in. I think, and it took, I think, even a while for me to grasp what was being asked of me at the time.
But I think now we do it with love.
Yeah,
Before we
absolutely.
did it with like pressure.
Yeah,
Like get how
for
cool this
sure.
is, get how awesome this is.
Let's work 60 hours and
you
be
think of
grumpy
the
and-
culture from
yeah.
then till now. It was you're going to be here 5 to 5. We have all this stuff to get done.
Yeah.
We're going to be here till it gets done, and that hasn't changed now. We obviously have grown to the point where and changed. I mean, that's one of our core values, change for sure, and balance and all that. And we can get it done in 40 hours now. So, but
Has that been a big deal to you?
Oh yeah, unbelievably huge deal, and I know Butch would echo my sentiment there. Being young fathers or
Absolutely.
newish fathers, anyways, having little ones at home, and you know how the wife is like. When are you going to be home and all that stuff? And
Yeah, the texts start coming in quick, right? Like, hey, I got my hands full here.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's been. I don't really have good words for it. It's awesome.
We started in Campbellsport, then you and I went to Kiel together, actually.
Yeah, actually, me and
Is this
Butch-
the end of Ryan's story, or are we?
Go.
Well, a little
ahead.
bit,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, we
All
went
right.
to Kiel.
So you were where before 012? Where were you working?
I had graduated from UWM in 2010.
A degree in what?
Communication.
Oh, really? I didn't even know that. Wow.
Degree in communication from Milwaukee, and 2010 wasn't exactly a big hiring time, or even a couple years after.
Right.
So I kind of went back to my summer job that I was doing, and actually I worked with Smokey, Aaron Eldred, at that painting place, and he's like, "Hey, Drexel's hiring. I'll put in a good word for you." So
this wasn't your long-term plan, I have a feeling.
No.
Right, you're like, it's good enough for now.
I didn't have a plan.
Right.
I just knew Drexel was a good company. Working in a lumberyard sounded like, I think I can hack that.
Yeah.
And turns out I could, and I can, and
So speed things up. Sorry.
Yeah.
You're all good, man. You're all
So
good.
you were bridging the gap. Go ahead. Go for it.
Well, yeah, I started in 08, and I lost my house.
Oh, no. Yeah. Okay. You take over. Go.
I'm going to take over here, buddy. 08, lost my house. I got done. Construction was bad at that time, but you guys are screaming. And I worked part-time. Well, I was laid off a couple times. I worked part-time in the yard for Nate Dogg up there, Nate Sipple. And I just loved it, fell in love with it. Month, you called me, you're like, "Hey, how about you want a full-time job?" And I'm like, "Yep." So I jumped aboard there in 08.
I called you?
Yeah, you called me.
What were you doing? Did you apply?
No, I did not apply.
How did I know you?
I was a kick-ass worker for you in Kiel. You met me.
Part-time.
Part-time. I worked for Jim Panko out of Plymouth.
Oh, yes. Yeah, you were working for Panko, and then that didn't work
I was
out.
listening for
and so you
Panko.
were just we were just paying you like, it wasn't cash, but it was kind of like cash, like good enough for now type thing.
Yeah, it was peanuts.
It was like 12.
It was beer money.
How much money do you think an hour?
Well, I know what it was. It was $10 an hour.
Oh, man. Grinding. Grinding.
Yeah, but I needed it.
And that was in what?
That was 08.
Yeah, $10 an hour. But overtime, so $12 an hour overtime.
But you remember 08, man?
Oh,
you
$50 an hour
couldn't
then.
find a job in 08 because of the crisis.
Straight up.
It was
real.
crazy.
Right.
So you guys gave a shot at me, and then I was.
So we didn't even offer you full-time. You're like, just drive for $10 an hour.
I was Benny Plokar and I were riding around.
Yeah, straight beer money.
That's all it was, man.
So you were with Ben Plokar. Shout out to Ben.
Yes. Shout out, Benny.
So you had to come down to Campbellsport, or did I come up? Do you remember?
You came up. No. You called me. I was working for Panko. I was on a job. It was actually Thanksgiving morning of 08. You called me and offered me a job because we needed, at that time.
Thanksgiving morning?
Yeah, it was.
I was an intimidating dude. Like, who does that? Shit.
Well, that's why I was like, this guy's nuts. I can work for him. It's Thanksgiving. Yes, Thanksgiving morning. I'll never forget it. Honest to God. And I came aboard.
I would have been married for 8 years. My son would have been 4, and I would have my son would have been a 4, and I would have a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old to relate to that as a young dad. Sorry, Pam. I'm still crazy, but
Yeah. But I started in Kiel, then I went into cabinetry, and that just wasn't a thing for me.
So let's explore that just a second, right? So that's like, you act like that's not a big deal, right? So I knew Butch is a great guy, good dude. Didn't totally talk you into it, but did not talk you into it, that's what we do. Like, I think it's important for us at Drexel to find people that can do whatever they want in our company and say, hey, go for it. Because not everybody sees themselves that way. So how'd that happen? How'd you get into cabinetry? Like, what were you doing? How'd that work?
How that worked was, I thought, I've installed some cabinets here and there. How hard can it be, right? I can put the slacks on every day.
And this is what year?
This would have been like late 9, early 10. I wasn't in the yard very long, and I decided that it just wasn't the fit. I mean, it was putting the slacks on, but the little details that it killed me, and it killed my bottom line. And I love the sales aspect of it and talking to people and getting to know people. That was great, but just the little things. My brain wasn't wired at that time for the little things. And then I went back.
So we could have easily lost Butch, right? Like a lot of companies, like, hey, cabinets didn't work, you're gone, bro.
Yeah.
Or you could have been an ego ride, right? Saying, hey, dude, I failed. I have to go somewhere else.
And
and it's a God thing. You just got to go where God treats you, right?
You know,
so we got lucky there.
And
really.
I also got to thank Beth Pouch. Beth, shout out. She was like my second mom in cabinetry. She was Beth.
Still is everybody's second mom.
Yeah, she's the best. And I remember when she asked me, she's like, "Do you think this is your career?" And I'm like, I was drained, and I'm like, no, Beth, I just
you looked like hell. I
wasn't in a good spot.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm gonna call Joel, and she's like, do you want to stay? And I'm like, well, of course, absolutely. Yeah. And she called you, and let's called up EB. Yeah, let's get him down here, and I can't thank her enough for all that help. You know, that's she's got a special place. Always have a special place in my heart for sure. So went and worked for EB, met this dude. Joe, shout out Rattler, love you, man. And had some fun. We had a lot of fun, but we got shit done.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
it was fun. And we all kind of just sprouted from there. Which
That's cool. What a great story.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, right, Walsh?
Oh, yeah.
So a little bit about your day, right? Not everybody. Holden, you know what a dispatcher is?
I do not.
No clue?
No.
If you had a guess, what does a dispatcher duties?
Sounds like someone who works for the police.
Put your hands down so they can hear you on the pod.
It sounds like someone who works for the police.
Yeah, and does what?
Like talks to people who need help.
Cool. That's what they do at Drexel.
Yeah.
So
Basically.
no, tell them what a dispatcher is. Someday if you grow up and be really, really cool, you maybe can be a dispatcher. So go ahead. What does it do? What would you consider what your day-to-day is? Tell
Put a
somebody
puzzle
like
together.
Holden.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, but what is it actually?
Actually,
Besides
it's,
this big picture thing.
It's putting loads together for trucks and our customers.
So somebody gets somebody has an order up. It's like you work at a restaurant.
Okay.
Order up. Somebody's got to serve schedule it, find the table, sequencing. It's like between a host and like the chef guy. I don't know. Not the chef because the meal gets prepared. They just sort the loads out. So how many deliveries? What?
Expediter.
If that's what you guys call it. Yeah, it sounds like the expediter. So how many deliveries you do in a day?
Like peak season, we're up over 100 a day out of Campbellsport.
And that all runs through your fingers?
Every single one, yeah.
You control the trucks?
Yep.
And how about in Kiel?
We're at 60
So
probably.
you're doing all your free time. See what I did there?
Love it. Yeah.
You get
Well,
paid.
nice
You
one.
get paid 40% more.
Yeah, no, but
Wow,
it's
you got-
funny-
Don't worry about it. We fill our time.
Don't worry. It's funny that you asked about Butch and what he does, or what he usually didn't have a ton of free time. The whole batch invoicing thing now, and kind of our roles as dispatchers is
So what's batch invoicing?
slightly changing. Butch, why don't you take that one?
Batch,
Drexel lingo, batch invoicing.
Yeah.
Warning. We gotta have like a shout out when it's like a Drexel lingo
yeah, you
thing.
should have a blue
Yeah,
neon
yeah,
light
yeah.
that
You
goes
got-
off.
Once he gets better at editing.
So the batch invoicing is basically it just it takes all of our invoices away from what is it, AP, right? AR,
Yeah.
AP, same thing.
Accounts payable team.
Shout out. And then
Accounts receivable team, not
shout
accounts
out AP.
payable, but yes, the AR team.
okay, so the AR team taking a lot away from them. So basically at 10 a.m. on Tuesday, it's going to take the Monday's invoices and blast it out. So it's going to be one giant
So
blast.
take things from an order, which have not been billed yet. So like for you guys, it'd be the waitresses and waiters have an order.
Okay.
Someone has to make that into an invoice, right, and put it in the computer system.
Yeah.
Automatically, computer driven, one button, boom, 100 deliveries, 60 deliveries. Sorry, right?
Yeah, totally, absolutely.
At least.
Yeah.
There's-
Yeah. So it's deliveries. There might be 5 tickets on a delivery, so it might be
Yes.
150 tickets. One click, done.
Done.
It used to take a accounts receivable person perhaps a day to do that, which was
Right.
take the order, modify. So,
Yeah, it just again, it's saving time. It's being efficient.
right. And
Efficient.
when we save time, we bring value to the builder
Oh, for sure.
because we can drive our costs down, we can control that, and things.
Absolutely.
The more free time we have, the more we can make an impact to the builder, to customers.
You know, it's funny too, Joel. Going just back to where you asked how many deliveries we do a day, and he's like 100 to 60. We used to pride ourselves on we take 80 loads out. Well, that number's gone down because of efficiencies that we've created. We're not making multiple trips to job
It's
sites.
true. We used to track deliveries.
Yeah.
And then there was a light bulb moment for me or somebody that was like, it's
EB.
not about deliveries. It's about the value that we put on the truck.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll
yeah.
give a shout out to Hancock over in Maine.
Yep.
They gave us that idea.
Okay.
Like who cares how many? I mean, they were very good to the. Even the roundtables have some value of these national roundtables that we used to do. They were like, well, who gives a crap how many deliveries? You go, what's on it? Like, I don't know, just chuck stuff on a truck and fly.
Yeah, exactly.
Go back to the same subdivision we were there just 20 minutes ago. Didn't care at all.
And
We did
we're
didn't.
super fortunate in this era of Drexel and our sort of this age. We have technology. We have our logistics program, job site mobile. Obviously, when guys like me and Butch started, we had a delivery logbook that the sales guy would come back, sign in a delivery, and paper copies of tickets, paper copies of
Tons of
maps.
lumberyards still do that.
I-
Right?
I
Again,
can't-
for
I
builders
just-
that.
can't
How do you
even
profitable? I
imagine
don't get it.
Right.
Yeah, so I mean, basically, the dispatcher would have to remember what was going on all day long via,
Yeah.
scratch paper notes or looking back into the logbook.
Yeah.
kind of keeping track of who had what time they were going to be back. I remember
Now it's
those
all on
days.
this?
Now it's all bam right on
Real
our
time?
driver's phone. I got two computer screens, 3 feet long of all of our deliveries
God
all
bless
day
you.
long. We can track it all. So just thinking about where we were and where we've come now, where we're going to be, 7, 8, 9 years from now it's pretty mind blowing to think about.
It's gonna be so cool.
It's going to be awesome. It's really
It
fun.
is.
And the coolest thing is that those ideas don't come from Joel.
Right.
They come from you guys. They come from the drivers. They come from everybody. So it's fantastic.
For sure.
So batch invoicing, you're the only location that has it.
Correct. Right now, yes. We're going to bring it out to Columbus next week. It's going to be first.
Okay.
EB and I are going down there. He's going to take
They're
one
getting a
day.
yard dog.
What's that?
They're
No
getting-
way.
Yes. So Keith Battenhorst is getting a puppy on Monday. He starts the shoe. The puppy's coming right to Drexel, and its name's Kobe. And he's got a puppy, and I signed off on it. That's intense. Keith's as intense as I used to be, and there's no calming him down for at least a decade till he gets wiser, probably. I thought, man, what a great way to bring an intensity of a yard down than a yard puppy.
Boy,
And he's gonna grow up and live there. Like, that's a commitment that we have a yard mascot. How cool is that?
That's awesome.
Is it actually like gonna live there?
Yeah, well, not like he's gonna take it home at night, but like Monday through Friday, yeah, he's gonna live there. He's gonna like grow up there.
Did he really name it Kobe after your dog or after Kobe?
Right. So he didn't know my dog's name was Kobe.
Really?
Action, come on. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
She named him LeBron.
So he was gonna
No.
name it. So he was gonna name it. I'll be real transparent. Sorry, Keith, if you're listening. He was gonna name it Thor because he's like the most testosterone guy I ever met. Of course, his dog name needs to be Thor.
Right.
Like, just have a normal dog
You
name.
carry a hammer around or what?
Yeah, right. But then he realized this girl sorry if she's listening, a girl that broke up with him, he's always going to remember that because there was a Marvel movie thing, right?
Yeah.
So then he's like Obi for like Out of Bounds or Overboard. So he's going to name it Obi, and everybody's like Obi-Wan Kenobi, and he's like, oh my God, I never thought of that. So then and he's actually been doing these things spontaneously. I give him tons of credit, Mr. Analytical himself. So
Yeah.
it's Kobe, Mamba. Yep, it's named after the Mamba. Love it. Kobe. R.I.P. buddy.
RIP.
R.I.P. bro.
Cobes.
I do shoot paper into the garbage once a day, Kobe style.
Do you say Kobe?
Oh yeah.
Do you think kids will always say Kobe? Do you think so? Holden, do you say Kobe?
Yeah, I said Kobe.
Gotta say Kobe.
Like it's just like a muscle, or it's just natural now.
Kobe!
Sabonis was the best basketball player of all time. Arvydas Sabonis.
Arvinas Sabonis.
I don't know who that is.
Sabonis.
You don't know who Arvinas Sabonis
He's
is?
Kid DeMontis plays for the Pacers.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. And who the Bucks should have drafted instead of
Yes.
Thon Maker.
Yes.
I was wrong. I thought Thon Maker was an XKG, and he wasn't.
Doesn't he have a
Sabonis
little
is still in the
brother?
league.
Doesn't he have a little brother coming out?
A maker.
Isn't it? It is Makur Maker, and he's like I think he's the
Moneymaker.
#1 overall recruit.
Oh, of course, because he's so big.
Yeah.
Of course. Okay, so we got a lot of topics.
Yep.
Not a ton of time.
Yep.
As always, these things go fast. Butch actually had a couple things we have to hit on. So,
COVID. I said COVID.
COVID, you want to do COVID? You were curious about COVID, aren't you?
Yeah, and it's only write it down. Make sure you guys don't forget.
Yeah, but you're kind of like, but in your
Yeah.
brain, you kind of want to hear how this goes.
Yeah.
I could tell, you're excited. So, Joel hasn't done a lot of COVID, Joel, in my opinion, news lately. I do a Facebook post. I've done like 2 or 3 Facebook posts on COVID.
Ooh.
I just jump on and do my post and get off because I feel people needed the knowledge of it.
Yep.
Because I have my word for the day year is delete. I'm not on Facebook, not on Twitter, not on Instagram, as a lot of you know, which is funny and fun that I'm doing it. So
How's it
I like
going?
it. Good for a while. Honest to God, you're in the crapper. Sorry, Pam. She hates that. Whatever. Every guy is. Every guy is. If your wife does, yeah. Right? You're like you don't know what to do. Literally, when you're tired, it hits you like, oh, I gotta scroll.
Yeah.
You don't have to scroll. So
like
I
to
do
scroll.
Google Note, and it's like, I don't miss it. You know what? I don't miss anything.
No.
And you don't have these weird, jealous, weird, whatever emotions of like, oh, look what little Jimmy, fucking, we should get a snowmobile.
Yeah.
All that shit that happens.
I get it.
Why don't we have a snowmobile? Look at it every weekend. Or you're like, oh, that chick from high school, she's still a bitch. I don't. It doesn't,
I just love Rattler's take on fantasy football. Your guys' dynasty football, and every week it's a retweet of one of the next coming players who's like a
Yeah.
sophomore in college. And it's
I missed the fun part about
Question
Twitter.
quick. What's your take on winning a fantasy football league, having $15 buy-in and no one pays you? What's the
$15 buy-in.
You break
It
some
could be-
legs.
It could be any buy-in, but they don't pay you. Like,
So it's your fault as a commissioner because you get the money when you set up the
how's
league.
you know as a commissioner?
Well,
Because that's why why would you ever ask? Why would you ever ask?
That is him. He's the worst commissioner of all
Worst
time.
commissioner of all time.
Yeah.
You pay at draft day or you're not in the league. It's easy.
Done.
Gosh.
Drink to
That's
that.
on you.
Yeah.
Be better. Be better.
Back to COVID.
Yeah, anyways, we haven't even started COVID. So, where are you guys at? So, let's do recent Wisconsin news. Now, this is going to be, in a few weeks, this is going to be past everybody. But right now, we're down 85%. No one in the media talks about that. We're down 85%. The last 2 days, yesterday we were at 423 cases. Today we were at 633. Historically low. 80-some people in the ICU units, feel bad for all of them. I have a good friend, Bo Coulter, 44 years old, cousin of mine. Good athlete in decent condition. Bo, you're a little overweight.
Hey, I know that feeling.
40 days in the hospital. 40 days in the hospital. Died twice. His wife was called in to say last rites. Lived through it. Still not back to work. Has no idea when he's going to get back to work. It can be very, very, very serious for some people. I totally get that. However, the overreaching mandates by our government, and then I just had talk. Now I'm on a rant.
Yeah,
I just
that's
had,
right. Feed
I
me,
just
bro.
had Talk News on yesterday. Never listened to Talk News. I'm in Amherst for the shoot, driving back, going after yada yada yada. Nothing comes in around Fremont, and get on 620 for like 6 seconds. They're talking about, hey, after you get vaccinated, what are you going to do? No shit, Graham and Barge. I don't know what her name is. She's 70. She calls in. Hey, and she seemed like a nice old lady. She's literally like, even after vaccination, I'm going to wear my mask, and if I get together with my family, it's going to be outdoors social distancing. I wanted to kill her or give her a hug. I don't know. Once you're vaccinated, it should be, the CDC's like, well, don't celebrate if you're vaccinated. No, it's the opposite. It should be like, bro, grandma's vaccinated. Live your freaking life. Like, first it was 2 weeks. To slow the spread. It was 2 weeks. We're now in 11 and a half months, and then it was like, okay, fine. We'll all wait for the vaccination, which is mind-blowing a year ago. We'd have never did it if they would have just told us that.
Yep.
Now they're like, well, even after vaccination, I mean, don't you want to just be safe? There's always going to be somebody in masks now, I swear.
I haven't followed Wisconsin's numbers in so long.
I haven't
All
either.
winter. I contracted COVID in October.
Same. You?
February of last year, honest to God. February of last year before the stuff even came out.
Conspiracy theory.
Yeah, I contracted it, gave it to my family. We were all
Thanks,
very
Jared
fortunate.
Steffes.
Yeah.
Same, our whole family had it
Super-
too.
super
Did you
fortunate.
separate in the house?
No.
Literally, my wife is raging with COVID, and then she's sleeping next to me, and she's like, I'm like, well, if I get, 2 days
Yeah,
later.
no, by the time I figured I lost my sense of smell, and I'm
Same.
like, I got it.
Crazy fact, my wife still does not taste or smell to this day.
The
and
lingering effects are
It's from
really-
April of last year.
My
She had it.
smell
Wow.
is...
The
It'll be a
lingering
year.
effects this thing is so crazy.
My smell
weird.
is, it's iffy, but I don't smell poop diapers, which is a good thing and a bad
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
I mean, pros
Right.
and cons there.
Right.
I lost
You don't
ev-
want to sit in a poopy diaper.
That's her fault. I mean, she's got to see something.
I lost everything, and then I spice everything now like crazy.
I
would love to know what hot spices sales are up. I bet they're through
yeah.
the moon.
Yeah.
I bet they're Bitcoin. They're like
Yeah.
through the roof because
I-
everybody's putting stuff on it.
Yeah.
Doggy.
Yeah, Bitcoin.
Yeah. So, anyways,
I think that,
where are you guys at?
I'm
Yeah.
over it.
What does over it mean?
I feel...
Where do you wear a mask?
If I go into a grocery store, I'll still put my handkerchief on.
I quit the grocery store.
I read that
I quit the
post of
church.
yours, and I read that post of yours about that. And
You got to be like this. I mean, it's one person at a
Yeah.
time to fight this. I swear.
Yeah.
I wear it in there, and I respect...
So you only wear it at the grocery store. How comical is that, honestly,
I know.
right?
It-
Like
it
that's the
is.
place to wear it.
I know.
I
No,
get
no,
what
it's
you're
not your
saying.
fault.
I respect what everybody... I respect people that are super, cautious or
Yeah.
I have concerns.
afraid, but I think a lot of that fear is the media, and if you're on your phone all the time, you're watching the news, then the lead story still tonight on Channel 4 News is going to be COVID and numbers.
And how
the
bad it is.
vaccine.
Never how good it is.
Yes.
Like,
Super.
I get it. It's
going-
really, really
it's going-
bad. You don't have your
it's going
smell.
good.
Your wife doesn't have your taste. I myself, whatever, I have lingering effects. I've known people in the hospital. It's really bad. People die.
It's,
Yeah.
That they're
totally.
so negative every single stinking night. And they just find random numbers somewhere. They pull a
like,
random bad number.
From the numbers you were just saying, that is a vast improvement over.
Wouldn't that be a
October.
celebration? 5.8 million
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
1,000 people in our state had it over the last 2 days.
Comical. By now, you figure with a vaccine here, and
it's here.
The vulnerable should be vaccinated, or pretty quick here.
I mean, within days.
Herd immunity is
they're down to teachers being vaccinated.
Also pretty close. Like Butch, you think you had it in February? I know a lot of people that traveled, whether it was Las Vegas or
Jared Steffes.
Or internationally. Last winter and early spring, and before it was like, COVID.
So we're almost at 0 cases in Drexel. Very rarely do we have a case. I would love to know if we're at herd immunity, because I believe we've had huge hits of it, like everybody. But I believe we're at herd immunity, or damn close. So I mean, if everyone would so think about it. If everyone just did what Drexel did, would we be at herd immunity in the country? And again, we had this huge spike and things were horrible. But I don't think the mask could have stopped it. I don't think anything could have stopped it.
Right.
That's proven through what we did at Drexel. I mean, we didn't have the mask mandate like a lot of places did. And, I can say for Kiel, we didn't really have a big issue at all. People got it. It happened. Nobody died. Everybody was in pretty decent shape. So
thank God.
Thank God. Let's move along. Let's, it's time to.
Butch, what do you want to tell the people? I know you're here to say something, and you haven't said it yet.
Live your damn life. I mean, come on. Don't be told what to do.
COVID's not going away. It's what do they call that when something is? It's endemic now. It's like the flu.
It's just a virus.
It's
always been a virus.
It's going to be here
living
now.
My real fear, and it's going to happen. So it's not even a fear. The reality is, anything that spikes up now, we're going to be on mask.
That's
anything.
What scares
swine
me.
flu. It's a heavy flu season. Like they're going to say, "Well, we got to be healthy," and I think I still go back to it's the fear of not believing in Jesus Christ and God. They're just so damn scared of diving, and they have to extend their life no matter at what cost. I need to extend my life because I don't believe in eternal life.
The other thing
that's my Jesus rant. Sorry.
People die I feel super fortunate about that. I don't think everybody in the country or in the state has been. Is we've been cranking busy. We've had awesome.
We've been beyond blessed.
We've been beyond blessed, and I know when shit was kind of hitting the fan in March and April, and are they going to shut us down? Or are they not going to shut us down? And we 32
hour work weeks.
I didn't take back the 32s.
Scale back.
I didn't take
Fleischman,
helping in vans and running loads. We had
I didn't take
half the office.
I didn't take a paycheck for 2 months.
Yeah, I mean,
I survived it. I'm okay.
Talk about leadership right there, and that type of stuff goes a long way with like the guys in the yard. Like, Joel's on board, and then they see you running a load, or we had
people don't think I can drive the truck or drive a forklift. I'm like, I've done this, jerks.
Well, they think you can drive, but they don't know how well. I mean, it can't be pretty.
Historically,
didn't you roll a van once?
I've never rolled a van. Okay. Historically, though, working here, there's no one that's ever had more accidents. That's absolutely the truth.
Than you?
I've smashed so many trucks when I was here. Smashed. Straight up smashed. And I couldn't drive stick. Like, how you learn stick shift, everything was stick when we worked here, is you literally drove around the yard and learned stick.
Yeah, that's how I did.
Remember hearing that, yeah.
It was just like, so I'd be just at a stop sign, and it'd be like my third day with my license.
Clocked out.
Yeah, right. You know how many sheets of OSB have been lost right at this Four Corners in Camelsport? Because the tailgate would be open in the pickup truck, and it wouldn't be strapped down, so you would just clunk, and then them sheets of OSB would just come out like a deck of cards, and you had to pick them up.
I've done that before. Huh?
So we didn't strap down. I don't know if this has ever been told, but we didn't strap down shingle loads. Did you guys know that?
Shout out Paul Seymour.
Yes.
For the lenient strapping.
Yeah. So we didn't strap down shingle loads. Unless maybe it was far. Where were they going to go? They're shingles.
How far did you go at that time?
Like everything was like
far.
You think like when
Wascom?
like 15 miles. Like if Jackson was like was a gravy run was Jackson. Fond du Lac was like a money run. Like wow, I get to go to Fond du Lac. It's crazy.
Yes.
Maybe stop at Tucker's. No, that was a crazy. But we would be so like literally like you guys worked in a frantic pace. It was way worse even like in the 90s.
Who was it with you? Who was with
Dick
you?
Dornacher, Jay Enright, Scott Rosenthal, EB. That was about it. And then some part-time. CJ was in the yard. He was my boss. He was like a year older than me. So he was in college. I was in high school. So he was like this veteran part-timer.
Yeah.
Right. So the decision was made how busy we were if we were going to strap or not. We're good. We gotta get this one out. Or one strap. It was like, is it a one strapper or a two strapper? Seriously. So anyways, quick story.
Yeah.
Saturday morning, probably when we used to do heavy shingles on Saturday morning, heavy hangovers as well. Pretty sure hangover day, pretty sure hot, pretty sure I always got the shingle deliveries because I had to drive in with my father, who knew I was hungover. Shout out to my dad, who doesn't watch these, I don't think. But so I'm going over to Heine Hafferman's. It's a huge corner when you go to Mothy Lake. There's a big curve there.
Yeah.
Huge curve. So this is like my last shingle run. It's like 10 a.m. and we close at noon. So I got to get out there maybe to Beechwood and back, I think. So I'll never forget, because it wasn't, we couldn't have time to strap. It's a 10 o'clock load. It's my third shingle run. Go around the corner. Sure as shit, the shingles fall into that huge ditch right there. We have no CBs. We have no phones. This is how old this is.
Before cell phones.
No communication and no CB. Then we finally got CBs.
What year is this?
Oh gosh, 1994, right? A million years ago, 95. I don't
How
know.
old were you?
16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, obviously, I was drinking.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, wait, yeah, right.
Anyways, continue on. Yeah, right.
Story
21.
continues.
Yes, thank
So
you.
there they are, the shingle slit. All you can do is, so I literally started picking them up. The bundle's broke in this ditch. I'm picking up one shingle at a time and loading it on the truck. This is the best start. So it's like, I'm supposed to be like at 10:30, I pull up, and again, this is one of them old-fashioned, 8 guys drinking beer, gonna re-roof a guy's house,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Saturday morning, typically we've all been at those deliveries. So now I'm 2 hours late, right? They're losing their mind. I show up with a mound of shingles on a mound. Like, it's just a mound of shingles. That's all it was. It was 2 hours late, and I'm just ready to just die. I'm like, I can't, the sweat is, there's like no sweat left. Like, I'm so done. They're like, what? They're like so mad. They turned from so mad to being like, what the hell? I'm like, this is it. They fell
All
off.
straps.
Yeah. And so you had to, like, the shingle elevator, I had to, like, bring them up, like, 10 shingles at a time.
Yep.
So it might have been 2 o'clock when I got back to the yard.
Sure.
And my dad's still sitting there. Like, what was going on? I'm like, we're going to start trapping the shingles. That's when we started trapping shingles.
Good policy.
That is awesome. That's a good.
Oh, I don't know where that went to.
Good story.
That's. What about the train car? Remember the train car? You get
Yeah.
some pictures of that.
You weren't there for the train car.
No, I wasn't, but I remember the story.
You send that email out, I don't know, every year or every other year?
Yeah, there's like a blog post on
Yeah.
that. We're not going to get into that.
No, we don't have to,
Yeah,
but
we
it's
don't have
pretty
time for
crazy.
that. Yeah, there was a train. The train used to come through Camel Sport. It went off the trail, off the racks, and there was lumber on it. My dad bought the car lumber. In 24 hours, we had to unload the lumber. It was enough
It's
lumber for
insane.
the entire year. It was like trust quality lumber. It was so cool. It's like your dad getting like free beef for a year, but he had to go like gut the cows and butcher them in a day. Basically, that's a good example.
It's great.
It's a good example. That's a good example. That's fair. All right, so you guys are both on Culture Club.
Yeah.
Culture Club is interesting. What is it? What did you think it was? What is it? We have open application process right now. We just had coaches. We had our head coach tactical meeting, drexel term.
Yep. Blue
Tacticals.
Blue lights.
They were like, hey, who's applying for Culture Club? What do you say that it is? And, it gets beat up from time to time because nobody knows what you're doing. And so what is Culture Club? You're both on it. What did you think it was, and what is it?
Well, I remember the first iteration of the Culture Club, they made that video of like
The music?
Karma Chameleon
Yeah,
tune,
yeah.
whatever. So I thought, maybe it was a little bit of that. And I'm actually up, my term's up at the end of March, I believe.
Yeah, so you had 2 years in.
So I had
Thank
2
you.
years in. No, thank you. It's been completely different than what I thought it was going to be. It's basically.
What did you think? Like glitter and
I
rainbows?
thought,
or
like parties and stuff.
Yeah, like soft stuff, the
Like,
soft
I can-
benefits, the cherry on
we
top.
can have pizza parties in Campbellsport. I thought, we'll
Like
put
I
some
get
signs
to
up
plan
and-
some parties.
Well, not just to summarize. That's what I thought it was. But the first
Yeah,
year,
here's what most people think.
the first year we got in there and we were brainstorming over what are we going to do, and somebody brought up pain points, and we just ran with the pain points thing, and it kind of led to a lot of different things with perfect ticket mission and all this other stuff. And then it just kind of, with every new batch of people, we just it kind of gets reinvented a little bit to kind of the underbelly of Drexel culture and what's really going on.
I'll give you my perspective until he gets.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What did you think it was, and what is it?
The glamour, the gifts. I always thought, when I first started
Christmas
off.
gift.
I'll be honest, I didn't really know what I needed to bring to the table. I thought it was like gifts, like Christmas gift, yeah. Like, that's exactly
Which is
what
part of your responsibility.
Correct.
I don't think that's...
Yeah, totally it is, but that's not what it's all
It's the
about.
sprinkles on the banana splits, right? It's the
Yeah,
sprinkles.
it's totally about the culture. Like, let's be real. We're with each other all the time. Let's find pain points. Let's find good points, and let's bring out the best of everybody. The OTIF initiative is one thing that I'm passionate about, and we talked about that. We reset the bar on that this week, and I think it's going to reset the salt shaker, I guess, if you will. Stuff like that is one, Culture Club's meant for. Getting to the roots of our culture.
I think it's what, 12 people? 16 now, maybe? 2 per location, whatever that is.
Yeah,
16,
yeah.
18?
Yep.
I think what it's about, originally it was set up by me saying, hey, let's never make the company big. Your responsibility is to keep the company small.
Yeah.
That was the original, hold the culture dear to us, and I don't want to be in charge of it, so you guys are. That did lead to a couple years of giving them a budget, and they would just flitter it away with the sprinkles, like extra sprinkles.
Yeah.
Well, people quit all the time when you have the world's best chili dinner. Pizza party, right? No one really changes culture.
Yeah.
So I think, to me, the gut of it is literally 16 to 18 people at a time for a 2-year period is teaching them how hard culture is, and that it's not about the sprinkles, and that if it was a good idea, somebody would have already had it. And it's the really saying what really is Drexel's problems and realizing you're empowered to fix it. I hope that's what people get out of it, and that does require, as you guys know, 2 or 3 times in every given year, Joel comes down from his high pulpit, if you will, and gets involved in Culture Club and says, what in the hell are you guys
What are you
doing
guys
over here?
doing? Yeah.
We don't need basketball hoops, and we don't need a budget for a Christmas party and a committee to set up a Christmas party. Like,
There
what
was
the
a-
hell are we doing?
There was a push for the basketball hoop there for a while in campus sport. I'm not going to lie. You told the story, I think my first or second meeting, you told the story about, the guy that's up to his neck in quotes and he just got screamed at by a customer and 2 account managers, and then he gets the email that there's going to be pizza tomorrow. Doesn't care about.
I tell it at every shoe.
Party?
I tell it at every shoe. I
He
said,
cares about that.
have.
How the hell did I never hear this?
Well, we have in the shoe,
Joel
like one of our
tells
core
us.
values is have fun, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
So having fun is definitely bringing energy and having fun. But having fun is actually doing your boring, routine job of working at a Drexel building supply or manufacturing Drexel systems, which is pretty mundane and boring. It is not that glamorous.
It's fun.
It can be. We make it fun. But so there is a fun aspect. But where I'm going with it is try to have fun when you're having a hell day. Right? Try to have fun when somebody set you up to fail. So it really requires us to do our boring, residual, repeatable, easy, not super awesome, writing up the screw sticker correctly, taking the right directions. I mean, you as a dispatcher know it better than anybody. Getting all the right information on there the first time, that makes somebody's day better. And now I can have a chili cook-off and have fun. I had a delivery, I had the wrong address, I had the wrong material. I was forced to do a lot of extra work, and it made me look and the company look really bad of a company that I love and adhere, and the customer was really upset. Don't forget to vote for the chili cook-off winner, Butch.
Fair enough.
Both
Yeah.
of the chili.
I do this at every shoe. Yep. I'll be right in your break room, Culture Club. Right, so first of all, we have to, as Culture Club, we have to do all those issues, and then we can throw it. The banana split, if the bananas are rotten, there's no,
Correct.
the sprinkles don't
It's-
taste very good.
It's valid, yep, for sure.
That's a Dairy Queen reference. Did you get that, Holden?
We don't put sprinkles on banana splits.
Why?
Why?
Who puts sprinkles on banana splits?
Everyone!
Yeah.
No,
Should.
The 3 balls,
Yep.
banana.
Is it a real banana or is it like corporate banana?
Hot fudge.
It's real bananas.
Like, do you actually
From
open the
Quick Trip?
banana up, or are the bananas
No, we cover bananas. They're bananas from Piggly Wiggly.
they're from the pig?
Ooh, shit.
Wow.
I just went to the other day because we had bananas and milk. So,
And you only use them on the banana split.
bananas?
And do you use that for anything else at Dairy Queen?
Banana Blizzard.
Yeah, banana split blizzard.
Oh, yeah.
Banana shake, strawberry
There's banana shakes.
Get man. Some people order the cookie dough shakes. Like, you realize it's a blizzard, right? Like, yeah, you know you can't eat you can't drink the hard pieces, right? Yeah. Like,
Is a shake cheaper? Are they cheating it?
they're cheating
Yeah.
it. That's what they're doing.
They're cheating it.
See? Maybe they're
That's
genius.
my boss, Lacey. She's
They're
like,
actually
you know,
smart.
They're
Yeah.
smart.
And
Yeah.
then, so, you get the ball,
Yep.
chocolate, strawberry, pineapple, banana, whipped cream. No sprinkles.
You don't mix the chocolate. Oh yeah, it's separate.
Chocolate.
I haven't had a banana split in a long
You're
time.
gonna
I'm
get
having one.
yourself a
I'm having a
franchise
banana
one day.
split soon.
You're gonna get a franchise one.
Are you working Saturday?
10 to 3, yeah.
Oh, I'll be there. You're gonna make me a banana split.
With sprinkles or no sprinkles?
Apparently no sprinkles.
Back in the day,
I
I
just
have
want
to work
standard.
Saturdays myself.
At Drexel or Dairy Queen?
Drexel.
And I've never made a Dairy Queen banana split. I love banana splits. I'm having one totally, crushing it. Trust me, I will be there. I'm fired up. All right, so anything else you want to hit on a culture club?
Sign up. Get your ass signed up. It's really good, actually.
Learn about the company. If you like the
Yeah,
company, you'll
just-
like it more. I swear.
Don't be afraid of the things you're going to learn and contribute.
Don't be nervous to sign up. It's
Yeah.
just, don't be nervous.
And it is not the chili cook-off committee. Like, if you think it's like, well, I don't want to be in the chili guy. And even if you do, then sign up and they'll tell you that it's not about that.
Right.
So we had a little initiative, I believe at Culture Club. Hey, we get way too many emails.
Yeah.
Starting Monday, right when the pod drops probably, check this out. So this thing's called Currents. It's already going. You probably won't be able to see it. So no more you'll never get a Team Blue email again. Think how many you get. It's got to be 15 to 20 minutes a day. We figured it out. It's called Currents. It's from Google. Look at this. It's just like Facebook. So all Team Blue information will be here. You can hashtag it, leave comments, like it. So if somebody replies to it, it's just fine. What? So it changes everything from being force-fed emails and to literally just post, where I can just scroll through and pick what I want to, choose what I want to read. So
I've heard of
cool.
that. That's cool.
It's so cool. It's like game. It's totally game. Videos, GIFs. Now you can be funny, right? Like Butch can be like, oh, you never want to reply to Team Blue. Be like, awesome job, team.
Oh,
now you can like it. Now you can comment. Now you can question it. Be like, I don't understand that. And be like, well, you're a moron.
Everybody get it.
Wow, brilliant. We
Right,
can't-
well, they all get it, but on their own time, in their own space, right? Which is way different than being force-fed an email.
Is
or a
it-
truck driver being like, well, I don't read all the emails.
Is it
Yeah.
true that Joel, do you have email viewing and sending windows throughout the day?
You get an automatic reply from me, and
If
yes,
we're
it's
not-
3
if
times a day.
It's not in that window.
If it's not in that window, I'm not going to reply. I don't follow that religiously,
Sure.
but it gives me the space to say, I'm not replying to your email. On it.
yeah, that's brilliant. You know what else I learned from you was
It's
also
a 4-hour work week by Tim Ferriss. It's a phenomenal book.
a lot of people, a lot of teammates that come into dispatch and Kiel, and my email's up all the time. I do not save one email. I delete every email.
Keep your emails clean.
Keep
I
it
can do
clean.
it right now.
You too,
See if I
Walsh?
do it. See it?
Yeah, I don't have one
The
email.
cool part, now I have 5 in here. I have 5 because since
probably
we
have
had
a couple.
But the cool part is when you're done for the day in the little sunshine, I chase that like cocaine.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, I don't have. I
That's so
agree.
cool. I agree.
About
If
10.
you don't do that, work with one of us. We'll get you there. I just got
try.
Adam Kramer there, which is funny. I'm trying to work with the quarterbacks to get their stress way down. So we have 4 guys that we're calling lean guys, or the pioneers, and hopefully what I teach them, I can teach the other quarterbacks.
Can you show
It's
them
all
out?
about getting there. Yep, Adam Kramer, Doug Berg, Mark Laufenberg, Chris Lawrence. Thank you guys for signing up for that. It's been great.
Cool.
I just got done with a Google Meet. It was the second time we met. We went through every one of Kramer's emails. Actually, pretty funny. He had like a bunch of emails. We got through them all, and then he just bought property, so he had like 5 personal emails for the property that he bought, land, and he got a personal email about a wrestling tournament he's running. He's like, well, maybe this is like not the right time to do this. Shout out to Kramer. It was funny. It was good. It was all fine. I do the same thing. It's good. All right, we did Culture Club. We did COVID. Dispatch, invoicing. What are we at for time?
Probably 5 minutes.
5 minutes?
Dude, we gotta talk
That's how pods
Pat.
are.
We gotta talk sports. We're
Billboard.
sports dudes.
Okay, sports.
You want to do
Billboard.
you want to do Bielema? You want to do Badgers? You want to do Bucks? You want to do Packers?
That's simple.
They don't suck. They're just struggling.
They suck.
Now we're
They're
talking.
like 3 games out of first. How can you say they suck? I don't even watch them.
Oh, Giannis is
I don't watch
overrated.
He is overrated.
You're just a hot take, Skip Bayless. You're such a hot take.
Yeah, that is Skip Bayless.
He is
I'm
so hot
sorry
take.
that Giannis can't do anything in the fourth quarter.
Captain Hot Take.
Sorry.
Well, can we get a hot take alert button too? Hot take
Yeah,
alert. Hot
yeah,
take
sorry.
it. Hot take. Hot take.
alert. Giannis is overrated. Can't do anything in the fourth quarter.
Name the 5 best players in the NBA. Skip.
Okay, LeBron, Luka Doncic, Steph Curry. Okay, I got LeBron, Luka, Steph. Give me 2 seconds.
That's 2 seconds.
Give me Joel Embiid, and you could go Jokic.
You take Joel
Flavor
Embiid
of the
over
week
Giannis?
club. Flavor of the
You take
week.
Joel Embiid over Giannis?
No.
Jokic.
You just
Jokic. The Joker number 5.
Jokic.
Joel put you on a spot.
That was a
Okay,
stretch.
give me Jokic, but Joel Embiid, cut it. Give me.
So you would trade Jokic straight up for Giannis. They're the same
sorry,
age.
Sorry, LeBron, KD,
Oh, now you're doing a little
He's
better.
hurt all the time.
LeBron, KD, Luka, Curry, and Jokic.
You're going, so Jokic for Giannis straight up to the same age.
I'm taking Frank Kaminsky.
Jokic.
Oh, you're
Jokic can make
ridiculous.
free throws.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Jokic can make free throws.
Should we do Bielema? No, that's complicated.
Bielema's complicated.
We both know Brett Bielema. Welcome back to Illinois. Shout out to Brett. We don't have the time for that. Where do you want to go? It's your sports. It's your sports guy. Where do you want to go?
What are we gonna? What's Pack gonna do, boys? What are the Pack gonna do?
Tony from Florida.
Who cares about the draft? They're just going to do some guy.
Goody's
They're going to go some guy you never heard of and complain about
They're
him.
going to draft the way the Packers draft.
Yes.
They're not going to
Cool.
trade their first
There's
rounder
nothing exciting.
for-
You guys say like,
All right.
who cares
Allen
about the draft
Robinson.
until the Packers draft some guy you don't care about, and you say, oh, they should have drafted wide receiver.
The only thing that
Yeah, so it's
matters
gonna happen.
is how long Rodgers is going to be our quarterback.
They're gonna sign him long term. Don't you think they're gonna restructure that deal?
I think they
What do you do
throw-
with Jordan Love? Just try to trade him later?
Who
Like
cares? Who
Jimmy Garoppolo?
cares?
Jimmy G,
Roger,
yeah.
dude, Rodgers just almost. He almost blew the record away from.
I love
touchdown.
listening to Homer.
Are we going to get it
ESPN
done? That's the
Milwaukee.
question.
Are we gonna get what?
Homer's
You
driving
could
me
say
nuts.
No, he
Why?
drives me nuts too, but he always does all right, I'm the Packers, well, I'm Aaron Rodgers and his agent, and then they do like a back and forth.
Yeah.
I love
It's just a
listening
big
to
game.
that.
You could
Yeah.
save some money if you trade Rodgers, start Jordan Love.
Gosh, so skippy.
Who invited him?
I know, always. Makes me want to drink.
I just don't wanna. I refuse to believe that Aaron Rodgers is the placeholder for a quarterback that has never played and might not be any good.
Are we going to get it done?
He's like
We're going to get a
40.
championship with Rodgers? Is he going to get it done?
I have a couple
No.
bets of that $50 bets that they're gonna win another Super Bowl.
Are we like the NFC Championship Buffalo Bills? Are we just going to keep going back? Normally, if you go back-to-back NFC Championships,
annual tradition.
you go straight down. Like, you go
Right.
down. You don't keep going up.
Yeah, it's annual tradition. Packers go to the championship and lose.
We'll see what moves
I
they
think
make.
we have
1-2 moves away.
Off season here.
tough defense. I think we got some big
How old is Rodgers?
decisions.
Like 37?
A year older than me.
Oh, dude.
37, 36.
Yeah, he's my age.
Yeah,
30. He's a
young.
month older than
I mean,
me.
He's 1 year older.
He's very good health.
You got 3
The new
years
NFL,
best
they never
health
get
he is.
touched.
I think.
Exactly.
I think they invest in the defense and go that
Again,
route.
we always invest in the defense. How many
Their
first round guys do we have on
Their
defense?
offense is good.
Make it better. We got Mahomes to beat.
You're gonna lose Aaron Jones.
It's true.
What do you say?
That's fine, Dylan's
Aaron
fine.
Jones.
You're gonna lose
Oh.
Aaron Jones.
Yeah, whatever.
That's fine.
We got a quarterback.
Plug and
Can
play.
sling it.
I would love for them to see Allen Robinson. He's a free agent.
No, he's gonna sign.
Richard
Like, what's your
Sherman.
wish list? What's your wish list?
Richard Sherman, Allen
Top
Robinson.
3 wish list.
No,
Or top
Richard
2.
Sherman's going to Jets too because Robert Saleh.
He's a huge Jets fan. He's such a.
Robert Saleh, the 49ers.
Jets fan? Are you from New York?
Is there a mute button?
What's wrong with you? Yeah.
Okay,
Dun, zip
Robert-
Why do you
it.
have Richard Sherman? Just because of the wisdom? He's not good.
Yeah, he's. I think he's good.
He's-
what do you
he's
want,
good.
Kevin
J.J.
King?
Watt is dead and old, and if you want him,
Oh,
you're
that's.
a moron. Everyone knows that. That's universally
Yeah,
known.
yeah. What are you gonna say, Watt?
You're
in
gonna
your
say you
top
want
3?
Watt?
He'd be
Who
the
else you
third.
were? Oh.
He'd be the third in my top 3.
He can't. Did you
I think
watch
he
him
would-
this year? He can't even get off the line. He's dead.
He had the he's
hurt.
the number 1 double team.
A realistic
Oh, he was.
Jets fan.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
almost
right.
double
All right. Well, that's
Holy
I don't know
something.
where I saw that.
Shove
stat.
That's good. That was pretty
You're gonna
good.
skip the second.
Now we're gonna do facts on the pod. That's
You're gonna
new.
skip the second.
We don't do facts. We just do opinions that
Yeah,
are not warranted.
I know. Yeah.
So, what's your
Top
top
3.
3?
Let's go. What do you got?
We had enough time to think about it.
Well, I would franchise Aaron Jones at $8 million.
Okay, so that'll be 1. We'll just call him 1.
Since he turned down
Stupid.
his contract.
Dumb.
I think that he's elite. I don't think
Elite.
they have anybody that can replace
It's a running back. Anyone
that
can.
type of playmaking.
Miles Gaskin.
James
Robinson.
Every year.
Beyond that, on offense, I mean, what can they afford versus wish list? I mean,
Well, money aside.
So you can't
who's
do a
the-
3.
Who's the guy from Tennessee? Corey Davis.
Yeah.
Yeah, Corey
That'd be
Davis.
nice.
Yeah.
So that's 2.
That'd probably be 2, and then give me Watt.
I love if you look at.
Okay, you're 3. Okay, Butch, your turn.
I would take Allen Robinson. I agree. That would be my 1. Richard Sherman. I think the wisdom. He's like a Rodgers. He's just smart. What do you want?
I
Kevin
like
King
it.
ripping
He's
around out
older,
there
they're gonna
again?
Playing more zone with their new D coordinator. So
Who do you got?
He could be.
You want Kevin King back?
No, I said, who do you want? Kevin King back? You
No,
said
it's your
Sherman's-
3.
Yeah,
I know,
who'd you
but
take?
you
Kevin
said
King or Richard
older
Sherman?
watched.
I'd give me Richard Sherman.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's where I'm going to.
Yep, Sherman 2. Okay.
Enough of
It's not your
bullshit
turn.
Jets
It's not your.
stuff.
It's not your
Enough.
show.
Yeah, get out of here. So I'm going those 2. 3. I don't know. That's a tough one.
It is.
It's really a tough one.
Got to be available.
Being a dynasty guy, I'll take over it. I'll give you time.
Yeah, do you mind?
looked at a ton
Being a
of
dynasty
freaking
Debbie guy, I know every offensive guy in the NFL.
You do.
Besides offensive linemen. But so offensively, I would go Allen Robinson, and I would go Will Fuller. We need speed and depth, and that guy can fly like the wind. I mean, that would be fun.
MVS, I hope he isn't listening.
I could see Will Fuller. He's a different type of wide receiver than.
That's what we have. We need a
He's
different
a little
team.
more Devontae
AJ
than outside guy, but he'd be good.
Yeah, I like that. So that's my 2. And then 3, please, someday in my lifetime, and I've been blessed with
Middle linebacker?
2 championships. Middle linebacker. Did you see the Buccaneers middle linebackers dominate the playoffs and the Super Bowl?
Devin Smith.
All of them.
Yeah.
I just want a
Devontae
dude. I want a dude.
He's a horse. He's a horse guy.
I want a dude. I want to do that big and can run.
But is there anybody out there? I'll go middle linebacker.
I don't
three.
know any defensive guys, but I don't know. Trade up, trade for one.
Yeah.
Get a dude. Get a bad mother effer. Bad mother effer.
Get a guy.
Nick Bolton, Zayden Collins.
Mad mother effer. That's what I want in the middle.
Zayden
Oh.
Collins.
Sometime in my life. All right, we got to wrap it up. Billboard
Yeah.
time.
Billboard time. You can
Once again, you can have any billboard in the world. We have to say that people the first
Butch.
time.
You can
Butch.
go a million different ways with a billboard.
I would put Butch.
Just Butch.
Butch, period.
All right, well, Butch is first.
I'd go Butch, period.
Explain.
I'm just kidding. I'd go, honestly, I would totally do Freedom. I think it's lacking right now. I'm a proponent of that.
Is the Braveheart guy behind it?
Mel Gibson, Freedom.
Yeah. Is it just like loop?
No, an American flag, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
You still
man.
American? I mean, are you still a proud American?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's been forgotten.
Yeah,
If
for
there's
sure.
guys like us 3 that we love fucking the United States.
Absolutely.
God,
Yeah.
country, right? I mean, what happened to that? So many people hate America. Like, where else you want to live, dude? Canada, bro?
Yeah. no.
Europe? What, you want to go to Africa?
I'm tired of being told what to think and what to do. That's what the freedom's about, to live in America, man. Just live your life. Be
You have
happy.
opportunity. You can do whatever you
Yeah.
want.
Yeah,
So
leave
that's
me
what
alone.
I'd put freedom with a big eagle and American
I'm ready to
flag.
move to South Dakota. This Christy Nome, what she's doing in South Dakota. Man, I would,
Good fishing, good hunting.
Rebecca Clayfish is going to be a candidate for governor, I think, and please vote for her.
I hate
She's gonna be
fishing and
phenomenal.
hunting. Sorry, guys. I don't like it.
Yeah,
I like
Rebecca
drinking.
Clayfish. She's a
Drinking and
lieutenant
soccer
governor under Walker. She's going to be a
Yeah,
great
no, I'm
candidate.
just
Check her
kidding.
out.
I like fishing.
For governor. She's going to be governor. Yeah, be our next governor.
All right, my
Walsh?
billboard. I'm gonna go.
Or Matt Newman. Matt Newman, if you're watching, and shout out to Matt.
Matt Newman.
Friend of mine, good customer of ours. Newman Properties.
Oh.
Solar
Matt
guy,
Newman
Tim
hired.
O'Brien. Run for governor. I'll give you money. I'll stamp you. Governor Clayfish, Governor
Run it.
Newman, we need it because
Why don't you run?
freedom.
You should create
Why don't you run, Joel?
super PAC.
God does not, God speaks to you in whispers, and I have no interest in that arena.
Politics.
I don't have the patience for it.
Yeah, me neither.
And that is actually a problem, right? Like, I don't think, not saying that I'm that guy, but a lot of people that are really, really good people just don't want to play in that arena. And that is just not what I'm called for. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'd rather do more little things impactfully, Mother Teresa line, I'd rather do like today better than make something global. Like, I'm not called to be a social change guy.
My ass would have been impeached in the first week.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it is, right?
Walsh, what do you got?
I'm gonna go with my billboard would say, "It starts with love." And I heard, going back to the Packers, I heard Aaron Rodgers say that in an interview. He was on the Pat McAfee podcast or show or whatever.
Yeah, I like McAfee. I don't
the
like
best.
AJ Hawk on it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, whatever.
He's just as good as he was at the Packers. Not very.
Yeah, he's
gonna find- is he gonna find me and let me down?
Fifth overall pick.
No,
and-
he's
and
just
crush
smoking
you.
cigars.
Yeah.
No, he's going to smoke cigars.
Chase the ball, 8-yard gain, great tackle, AJ.
McAfee's
Yeah.
awesome. Tuesdays with
Yeah,
Aaron are the
yeah.
best.
I would go with it starts with love. Just love yourself, your family, love what you do.
Why you are such a loving guy? Why do
Yeah.
you feel so passionately about that? It starts with love.
I think it starts with love, and I think it starts with loving yourself and the balance that you can find in having.
How do you love yourself?
Hey.
I think it's just deep down inside, like you don't really have any, regrets, or you're not second guessing decisions you made or how you talk to people or
I read something, and I totally believe that. And I do it. We all do it. Would you ever treat somebody else like you treat yourself? Get down on yourself. You're no good. Maybe you're too fat. You shouldn't talk to her. Holden, if you're single, look, guys. Her, him. Maybe I shouldn't. Like, no, you would never talk to a friend that way. Oh, you look old. You look wrinkly. I mean, whatever it is. I'm not good enough. I'm not.
The thing about love is there's many styles. There's many, different types of it. I'm more of like a playful person, and I like I kind of like to, give the guys a little bit of grief now and then. They know it comes from a good place, and I think that's all that matters with love.
I just heard this from. I love that. That's both of you guys great. Love you guys having it on. Love you guys so much.
Yeah, it's been fun.
You guys are great. I just heard this from John Gordon. Is on Sunday night. I listened to it. It all starts with standards. Any team, any organization, any school, any sports, or Drexel for sure, family. It starts with standards. This is what I expect out of you. This is you have to make it very clear, and that's where metrics come in. Metrics are not bad. Money.com is not bad. OTF's not bad. Tracking metrics is not bad because this is their standards. This is where I need you to be at. Manufacturing, why lean process, board footage, what you were doing here. That's standards. That's what we expect you, which goes core values and our mission. And then, but how do you hold people to standards? So it's love and accountability. It truly is. But if you have way too much love, which we're getting better at, but some team members still live that way. Supply happiness. I know Butch is busy. I just did it for him. I'm just trying to help out. I know it's really not my job, but I just grabbed it because I just want to be helpful, and I just love, 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 love. Well, you're enabling. You're not fixing any problems. You're not getting better, and you're overwhelmed. That's too far love. And then if you're just accountable, you're Joel Fleischman 2012, 28. Correct. Where you're just on it, you're just on it, you're just on it. So it has to be, you have to have the core value that we added, connection. I have to know you. I have to really love you. It starts with love, has to be first. I just talked to Andy Rattenmeister, our price czar, just starting to make an impact after 6 months. He needed to have a connection with all the salesmen and a lot of the customers to understand our pricing, but actually to know them as humans.
Sure.
And now he's like, I'm just starting to make an impact. I said, absolutely, because it started with love. Andy did it the right way. You got to know them.
That balance.
You can't just come up with new pricing structure and they don't know you.
That fine line, that balance, and that making yourself happy, but keeping everybody else happy and doing it, like you said, in an accountable way.
And it always starts with love.
It's like walking a tightrope. It's a fine line. It's a balancing act.
But if you have any new job, new career, if you take this anywhere else, it starts with love, and you get accountability later. Accountability will come. It's almost natural at that point.
Love the struggle. You gotta love the struggle. You gotta love every day and everything.
Fail forward. Fall 7, rise 8.
Yep.
I got my little munchkins when they play basketball. It's fall 7, rise 8. We do it 3 times every time. 1, 2, 3 Indians.
Cool.
All right. We're going to wrap it up, guys. Thanks for having you on. We could do this all day.
I could do
wrap all night.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Holden.
Thanks for having us.
LBJ sucks.
Thank you.